Hello, this team's media portal invites you to have a chat. I'm glad to see Digital Blighty exhibiting at Social Media World Forum here in London. How does the expo flow for you?
Yes, enjoying it, thank you very much. It's nice to meet all the people in our industry and to learn some new things and meet some new people and have a few beers last night.
Great. What are the competencies of your company, and are they connected with the fact you are at Social Media World Forum right now? Why did you decide to come here?
Yeah, I mean, our core competency is making social games. We started off in the social game arena, and since then we've been doing some social games for clients, and we've also moved slightly into the online marketing for clients arena, SEO and PPC services, and that's our core competency. So we came here to meet some new people who may be interested in developing a viral game that will help promote their brands, or to meet some people who are interested in SEO, PPC services.
What made you one of the most advanced companies utilising social media today?
Well, I mean, you flattered us there to say that we're one of the most advanced companies. We try to stay at the top of the game, of course we do, but our competition is fierce. Lots of companies are trying to stay at the top of the game. I think the only way to do that would be to make sure that we make sure that we're attending conferences like this, making sure we're reading all of what's going on, in TechCrunch or Mashable, and just keep our ear to the ground and always try and keep on learning, keep on pushing forward, and hopefully we're at the top. But yeah, it's not possible to say that one company is at the top or one person knows more. It's just there's so much going on. It's tough to keep at the top of everything, but we do our best.
Okay. So in your opinion, what companies can social networks help build a base of clients? Can only large enterprises benefit from such an approach?
No, I mean everybody can benefit depending on how you strategize it. It's the problem at the moment is that everybody's jumping into social media, and of course then the competition's fierce. So you have to be creative. You have to do something a little bit. It's like anything. It's almost for our clients. It's almost like we're building a new revenue stream for them, or a new business within their business. So one has to be creative. It's no good to just think, oh, let's do a simple app or a simple game, because they'll just go by the wayside. You have to do interesting things. You have to be interesting in social media. It's no good just being in social media. There's a big difference. Being in social media and being interesting in social media is a big difference.
What are the main differences that social network promotion so effective comparing to an ordinary advertising campaign targeting a wide market? How does Digital Blighty associate with its clients in this field?
The main difference is the relationships. Basically, in social media, previously in advertising, you put an advert, and your relationship with your clients is just you've got one message in that printed advert. For example, magazines, you've got one message, and that's it until your next advertising run, or your next budget, or your next television run. With social media is very different, because you're not actually you're actually building a relationship, and of course every relationship is only successful if you're managing that well and participating in a relationship. You can't just simply put out a half-hearted attempt. You've got to manage you're engaging with your customers, and that is a relationship. If you don't pull your weight, it doesn't matter if you're a big massive company, Toyota, or a small tiny startup. If you're not managing your social media relationship, then you're not pulling your weight, and you're letting the relationship down. That's the main thing. It's basically bringing relationships for clients to their customers.
How do you keep pace with these rapid changes that constantly occur in internet technologies?
I mean, again, it's mind-blowing how quick things change. Pinterest is coming only a few months ago. No one's heard of Pinterest, but now it's a big. We have to keep our eyes on all these different sites. So it's not easy. The only thing that we can really do is to keep on learning, keep on reading the the news, keep smart, it's not too difficult, because if you're in the industry and you enjoy technology and you enjoy internet, then it's not too hard. It's part of our everyday life, but you do have to be smart.
What are the main changes that happen in social media environment connected with business nowadays?
Well, again, I mean, the main thing is that you're in a direct relationship with your client, and you have to and you have to then manage that relationship. You have to participate. It's not a case that you can't just do one. Oh, here's our product, or here's our online Facebook page. You have to actually participate in the relationship. So I mean, the main difference now is that companies can't hide in the headquarters miles away from their customers just pumping out product. They have to actually engage they have to actually engage their clients in a relationship.
Please tell us about your link juice theory, explaining how to generate income using links.
I mean, this is a SEO practice of helping our clients get a higher position on Google, and we do that by building links to our clients. Links can also be called recommendations, really. So if we get one of our clients is getting some good news, or some articles, or somebody's talking about them on other sites, and they generally put the link to our client's site on their site. So that's like a recommendation, and it's useful for moving our clients' websites up Google for their targeted keywords.
Right. Not all links existing through the web are considered trustworthy and count by search engines. So simple link building seems to be a wrong way of creating an effective online advertising campaign. How do you cope with such problems?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't want to build links from sites that are built for SEO purposes, link farms and this type of thing. This is not good for our clients. We want to build quality links from quality websites that are related to our clients. That said, I do have a counter theory that too many people worry far too much about link building and quality of links, and they believe that oops, sorry, who's that?
Sorry, carry on.
There is a counter theory that links are a little bit, people worry that they're going to get their site removed from Google for having bad links. I don't think it's as bad as what people think. A link from another site or a recommendation from another site is always a positive thing, unless it's an X-rated site or it's an illegal site. If some other site is talking about you or linking to you, then of course it's a positive thing. It's like a recommendation.
Yeah.
I think it's slightly far too much concern put on clients about that.
Okay. What giant companies have you worked with? Do their methods of doing business imply specific problems and particular approaches that your staff should deal with in order to achieve their goals?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, each client's totally unique, totally different. That's what's good about our industry, because I think that most big companies, small companies, medium companies, have all got their own strategy, their own goals, their own products. So you can't. It's impossible to give a generic answer for each different client. Each client's got their own goals and strategies. So it's important to listen to each client, build a strategy with them, work with them to get their goals, and make something cool for each client. Each client wants their own thing. So, for example, we did some work with Mars. You're asking about clients for Mars Bar or for Imperial University. They've both clients with totally different strategies, goals, markets. Yeah. But the thing they have in common is that they are trying to interact with their customers using social media. So the relationship building is the same, but their product and what they are is different. So you just have to work closely with whoever's in charge and get a good strategy. And there's so many companies out there, so it's good for our industry, because everybody can find a few clients, work closely with them and help them out. It's lots of opportunities have opened up.
So from your professional point of view, what is the future for doing business online, in particular using social media?
Well, social media should become its own revenue stream for each company in its own right. So actually the smart companies will have their own perhaps offline business, and their online business will become a different revenue stream as part of the social media landscape. And there's no doubt that they're already doing that. You know, it's not a case of, oh, we use social media because we have to. The smart fast-moving companies will see, hang on, we can make a lot of money there as well, so they'll use that as an extra revenue stream if they're clever. Okay,
right. Thanks for the talk. We wish you a great Expo Day and successful deals. Please do watch the video at bizteams.com.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Thank you.